Anything at all you want me to go over? You can also, if you want, take a picture of it. It's up to you, whatever floats your boat. This will be up on the YouTube channel as well if you want to go back and review this slide in particular. Anything here you want to ask? Because I'm going to throw one example up to hopefully wake some people up and be like, whoa, all right, he's all business on Thursday. Nothing? Okay, I know some people are copying it down, so I'll wait to throw my problem up here. I also remember have first and fourth period off. If you want to come before the quiz on Thursday, it's up to you. First thing, I'm hoping I'm not going to see this on Thursday. I'm just making this up. I'm hoping we don't see that because that's already right off the bat. You had no idea what's going on. All right, so if I ask you to simplify that, hopefully we're not going to do that. All right, here you go. I'm just going to throw it up there and see what you got for me. And hopefully, like I said, this will wake some people up. Good. Factor that for me. Any ideas right off the bat? Hopefully you're not multiplying and double distributing or foiling. I hope you're not doing that because you're going to be there a while. And we've never done that to begin with, this whole unit. We've never started out by multiplying something. Anything at all? Coming strong on Thursday. What do you got? Take out. I could. I'll leave it there, though. Okay, you're on the right track, though. What you need to do here first. Andrew? Well, I'm not going to get rid of them, but I could take them out like it's a GCF, can I? Oh, this is his GCF. What do they have in common, guys? Both sides, left and right side of the subtraction sign. What do they have in common? Okay, so take it out like it's a GCF. Let's take out the x minus 2. When you take out the x minus 2 on both sides, what are you left with on the left side? 2x minus 4. What are you left with on the right side? You think it's 3x plus 1, but what did I put in the middle there? Negative, so it should be minus 3x and minus 1. Yep, because you got to distribute that negative sign through. And then you could finish this by just combining your like terms. So what do I have there? Negative x minus 5. And there it is. That's what it is factored. Questions from you guys? Going? So there's just a quick example of something you can expect on Thursday. Yep. To make it undefined? Sure. Yep. I'll make a tough one here. Let's go 2x plus 4 over, I'm going to have to cheat here. Okay, find the value of x that makes that undefined, or values, I don't care. Value of x or values of x that make this undefined. Okay, when we're talking about undefined, what do I only care about? Denominator, yep. So I only care about 6x squared minus 7x minus 3, and I'm only concerned when that equals 0, yep. So when is that equal to 0? Now you're going to have to factor. How many terms are up here? 3, what's the a value? It's not 1, it's 6. So what method have we talked about where I'm going to have to probably try to factor this? Grouping, yep. Grouping. How do I turn it into 4 terms? Okay, 6 times negative 3, and I'm not calling on anybody because this is our review now. So negative 18. So now I go 6x squared, something, something, minus 3. It's got to multiply to negative 18 and add to negative 7. Negative 9 and 2x. Order doesn't matter. As long as you get the correct terms, the order won't matter. So plus 2x. Okay, now you can group them. What can I take out of that first one? 3x. And what am I left with? 2x minus 3. And then what could I take out of the next one? Just a 1. All right, so let's finish this. It'll be factored as 3x plus 1 and 2x minus 3. But remember, we're figuring out when it's equal to 0. So what do I have to do to each of these inside the parenthesis? Set them equal to 0 and solve for x. And then I'll have my 2 values. So x equals, what we got there, 3/2. And x equals negative 1/3 over here. So there's undefined. The factoring could be a little easier. I can't remember, but could be a little easier. Anything else you want to ask before I get to today's topic, which there will be, I believe, 1 or 2 questions from today on there, Thursday's quiz. But today's nothing. I'm not showing anything new. You guys are going to add fractions, and then you're going to divide them. Anything new we haven't done? Nope. You're going to add, subtract, and then multiply, divide. Anything else here before we start rolling? Yeah. Sure. First slide. Yeah. What's on the quiz, you mean? Or this one? Yep. Yeah. So when it's x minus 2 minus x minus 2. Yep. Why don't we just take that out? Why do you have to put it? What do you mean, take what out? Say that again. I just didn't understand it. Because they both sides have an x minus 2 in common, so I took it out. It's like a GCF. You don't like actually simplify it, or no. Nope. Okay. Nope. Just take it out, and then what's left over in the other parenthesis, it's kind of like I've already grouped for you, right? And now you're just taking out what's in common and then writing what's left over. Anything else there? Okay, let's get to it here. Got your packet, complex fractions. great review for tomorrow. It's great review because you're going to add, subtract, and then you're going to divide for me. Okay, complex fractions. Real quickly, guys, all a complex fraction is a fraction divided by another one. A fraction divided by a fraction. That's all that is. It's kind of hard to tell what's in the numerator, what's in the denominator. Can you make this a little longer there? The 6/7 is in the numerator. All right, the 14's in the denominator. Okay, good review for tomorrow. This symbol is a symbol for what? Division. And I don't want you to do this because it's just going to take up more room on your paper. But really, just couldn't I could just write this. Are we all in agreement that that's the same thing? Okay, I just put the old school division sign there. All right, going into tomorrow, Thursday's quiz. What's my rule when I divide? What do I do with the first one? Nothing. What's the division change into? And what do I do to the second one? So now I'm going to write it as 1/14. And then from here, if you want to cross out what you think you can cross out, this is just a basic one here, no variables. I would just multiply across. So 6 times 1. And then 7 times 14, 8, 98 maybe? I think, pretty sure. You guys know tomorrow or Thursday, if you need to simplify numbers on your calculator, you can do so. So go ahead, if you have your calculator on you, let's get it out. 6/98, just put it into a fraction template, and it'll reduce it for you. Six over 98. 3 over. There you go. And I would never have you do one of these because you know how you just plug that right in your calculator. You just get your fraction templates out. You could do it in your calculator. I would never have you do this. All right, but if you want to do this process here with the flip and multiply, guys, it's got to be a fraction divided by one fraction divided by one fraction in the denominator. Look at number 2. Does everyone see where I run into a problem? Is there one and only one fraction in the numerator? Yes, no? No, there's not. So I can't do this whole skip, flip, multiply stuff yet. What I need your help on, and this is what we've been working on the past 2 days, is can you make this into one fraction by finding a common denominator? That's what I need you to do. Get it into one fraction. Top and bottom, one fraction apiece. All right, so let's talk. I got x over 1 and I got 1 over x. Anybody help me out with a common denominator there? Going into, hey, Thursday, I may ask just this. Solve it. Write it as one fraction. I may ask that on Thursday. Where are you going here? What's my common denominator, Matt? X, yep. So my common denominator is x. Again, guys, I'm just looking at the top here, trying to make it into one. Should I multiply this x by anything? What's its denominator right now? 1, but it's got to be x. So what should I multiply it by? X. So what am I writing down here now? X squared. Should I multiply this fraction by anything? Nope. So plus 1. And it's all over. Oh, all over x, but the whole thing's over 6. Do I have one fraction in the numerator? Do I have one in the denominator? Are you ready to skip and flip now? Okay, keep x squared plus 1 over x the same. Multiply, and what am I turning that 6 into? 1 over 6. Can you guys cross out anything? Good review again. Or factor. Factor or cross out. You tell me going into Thursday at this point in the unit. Anybody want to cross out or factor anything? Why can't I factor the x squared plus 1? It's got to be subtraction. Why can't I cross out this x squared and that x? It's got the addition with it. All right, can't do it. All right, so here we go. Multiply across. What's left on top? X squared plus 1 over. What's on the bottom? X times 6, 6x. Can't cross anything out. Don't try it on Thursday. Got to be left with one on top, one on the bottom. How many are on top on number 3? How many are in my numerator? 2. How many are in the denominator? Oh. Ready? How many fractions are in the numerator? 2. How many are in the denominator? 1. So I only have to work on the numerator now. I need you and your group right now to get x minus 1 over x into one fraction for me. Get it into one fraction, report back in about a minute and a half here. Find a common denominator. It's very similar to the one we just did. Trying to get you guys reviewing for Thursday. Okay, I hear people going ahead, which is good, so I'll ask the question now. Number 7, what'd you guys find for a common denominator in the numerator? 7? An x, good. And then what'd you multiply this one by? X, because it was missing that from the denominator, so you're left with x squared. Did you have to multiply anything here? Nope, so x squared minus 1. And like we just said, there's no need to touch the denominator. It's already one fraction. So does everyone see now? One fraction divided by another one. Now I can skip and flip. So x squared minus 1 over x, flip, x over 1 minus x. We're not doing anything new here. We're adding, subtracting, then multiply, dividing. Great review. What do you want to factor and or cross out? 8, you got a bunch of choices here. Factor and or cross out. Where are you going? Okay, I can. Got it. I can cross off those. Yep. Nice job. Anything else I can do up here? 15. What's that become? Yep, x plus 1, x minus 1. How far have we come in this unit? Over 1 minus x. Anything else? Anything else here? 8. But, yep, negative 1 in the top or the bottom, doesn't matter, but not both. So here's our final answer. Negative x plus 1. You don't have to. You could take, the only other way you could do it, Grace, is take out the negative and put it over negative 1. That's the other way, if you wanted to put a 1 down there. But it's not needed. Everyone all good? All right, I'm going to have you work more and more in your groups. Number 4. Ooh, what do you have on top and bottom now? 2 fractions. So not only are you going to have to work on the numerator, you're also going to have to get to the denominator to be 1 fraction. So you and your group right now, another minute and a half, get me 1 fraction divided by another one. Because you got 2 on top and 2 on the bottom. 1 fraction on top, 1 on the bottom. Find the common denominators. Okay, you guys keep working. I just want to have some questions answered for me here. Number 13, in the numerator here, what was your common denominator? 4, yep. Did you multiply b squared by anything? Didn't need to, because it already had a denominator of 4, so that stayed b squared. What'd you multiply the 1 by, though? Multiplied it by? What's your common denominator? 4. Does that have a 4 with it? It's got a 1 there, so I got to multiply it by 4, yep. So minus 4. There's one fraction in the numerator. Okay, make the denominator for me one fraction. Ooh, 4 and 2. 4 and 2. 2, common denominator for 4 and 2. 4, yep. What'd you multiply the b by? Nope, didn't need to. It's already got a 4. What'd you multiply the 1 by? 2, yep. So minus 2. Skip and flip time. Skip and flip. I got 1 divided by 1. Can I factor it too on the way? B squared minus 4, anybody? B plus 2. B minus 2 over 4. Flip, flip, flip. Don't forget. Over B minus 2. Look at this. Crossouts. B minus 2s are gone. 4s are gone. I'm left with B plus 2. Go too fast? Are we okay? How's this? Is there really anything new? Anything you want to ask? I'm actually going to skip over to 6 right now. Skip over to 6. And I'm going to have you do 5 on your own in your group. Go over to 6 for me. How many fractions are on the top? 2. How many on the bottom? Just 1. Great. I don't have to do anything with the bottom, but I do need to combine the top. So this is what we worked on yesterday in class. Can't factor, right? Can you, let's see, anything in common? Don't tell me A and B. Are these two the same? No, one's A plus B, one's A minus B. But they still have to go where? In the common denominator. So I'm going to rewrite this as, I'll put it in green for you at the top, A plus B times A minus B. That's the common denominator for the two fractions on top. Everyone see why? If there's nothing in common to pull out, I got to put everything else in there, all the leftovers from yesterday. All right, this first 5 then has to be multiplied by what? The first 5. Number 3, that first 5's got to be multiplied by A minus B, yep. And I'll distribute the 5, so it's going to be 5A minus 5B. How far have we come, ladies and gentlemen? Let's find out. Number 5, what do I have to multiply this A minus B by? A plus B. Anybody want to tell me anything, kiddos? Don't distribute a 5. Distribute a negative 5. We starting to pick that up a little bit? All right, when you have subtraction, don't distribute the 5, distribute a negative 5. So minus 5A and minus 5B. And then we said nothing has to be done on the bottom. That's already one fraction. You want to combine the top for me? What's left in the top here? 5A's look like they're gone, but the B's aren't. Negative 10B. So negative 10B over A plus B, A minus B. Multiply, flip. Before I flip, is it all right if I factor? A squared minus B squared. A minus B, and A plus B. 10 on the bottom now. Boom, flipping it. Oh, look at this, guys. Look at all cross out happy you can go. Cross out crazy. What do you got for me? What? A plus B's are gone, and also the A minus B's also. Can I cross out the 10s? Here's your answer. Are there any addition or subtraction going on? No. So you can cross it out. If I had negative 10 plus B, you're correct. Can't cross it out. But since it's all multiplication, goodbye 10. Only thing that's left, negative B. You and your group start working on 5. I'll write the answer only up there, and then answer you and your group, go to the assignment at the bottom of the page. If you can't get it all together, call me over.